Hi guys, Squirrel here. Today I'm going to be looking at this ASSETTO Corsa. What's ASSETTO Corsa? Well, basically it's a PC driving simulation game. It's actually out on Steam right now. It's only been out about a week, I think. It is a very early access, so there are quite a bit of stuff that's just not there right now. Things like this, UI themes and modding. The multiplayer racing's not there yet. The career mode isn't there yet. But what they've done is release it, made it available for you guys to buy, because what is there is pretty good. There is no audio, right? There is audio in the game, but there's no audio right now. So don't be thinking, where the hell's the game audio? It's not there right now. We'll get in the game in a minute and you'll see that it is there. What I want to show you, a few things first actually. I want to show you this stuff, the display. So I'm going to whack that down to 1920 by 1080. Now you'll want to go right up here if you've got a 120Hz monitor. I'm just going to go here for now because 60Hz is my recording capacity and that's what I want to be on. So I'm going to go with that. And funnily enough, this bit here is not affected by these settings. It's kind of weird. It only seems to initialize that resolution and frame rate when you actually get into the game. So that bit's a bit strange, but anyway, there's the audio levels. Controls is where it's at though. Now you'll notice here, obviously you're thinking, has this thing got a steering wheel support, Squirrel? Can you play your G27 with it? Yeah boy, oh yes you can. Look at the top here, right? Keyboard, so if you've only got a keyboard, you haven't got any controller whatsoever, you can still play it. Xbox 360 controller, you can play it with that. Wheel, oh yes. Look at this on the left here, they've even given me a Logitech G27 and a G25 and a few others there if you've got a Thrustmaster, one of those maybe. But it's got the G27 900 plus Shifter H apply preset, Shifter H loaded, save current. Done. That's it. That's all there is to it, seriously. And if I press the paddle keys, you can see what's happening here. If I click on shifters, you'll see. So gear shift up, gear shift down, it's all there. The main controls, if I press the accelerator, press the brake, clutch, it's all operational. You can see it's working straight away. So that's cool. What else have we got? Well, forget all this other stuff for a minute on the replay module. Let's just get into the drive bit because this is where it's at. Now you can basically do one of two things at the moment. You can either practice in any of the cars that they've got, or you can complete in one of these different challenges such as Hot Lap, or these special events such as drift challenges. There's the Hot Lap down there. There's a British Times Beat the Beast, Challenge the M3. You know, there's quite a few here. Hot Wheels Classic Revival. I actually had a go on that. That's pretty good fun. Time Attacks, all great. Lots of challenges to have a go at. But I'm just going to go straight in for a practice. And when you go for a practice, you can pick the car. Now, let's just have a look at the all cars option. So this is, at the moment, you can see this is all the cars that come with the game. But the ones they have given you, there's not many. The ones they have given us, oh, they're so beautiful. They're so nice to drive. You can't play this thing like Forza yet. There's no multiplayer. There's none of that stuff. It's just you, a car, your wheel, and a great sim and a road. And that's pretty much where this game's at. I decided to go in feet first and give it a go. You can obviously search later by brand, but there's just not enough cars for it to even bother with at the moment. You might as well just flick through and decide one you want. Now, I like the look of this. The KTM Expo R. So then it says to you, okay, here's your car. Where do you want to actually drive this thing? Now, I'm tempted to go for Silverstone, but Silverstone's quite a tricky circuit. And what I've decided to go for, because this looks cool, Monza 1966. Classic Italian track. So let's give that a whirl, shall we? Time of day, 8 AM. But we can change that, you know. Want to make it 6 PM? Want to make it 5 in the afternoon? Not a problem. So, you know, I think this is really cool. And then the ambient temperature, time multiplier, I'm not exactly sure what that's for yet. But let's make it like 3 in the afternoon or something. Stability control, I'm going to leave this stuff on right now. But as you can see, this is just on pure gamer. We could go racer. See, what did racer do? Turned off the ideal racing line and the traction control. Turned off the automatic gearbox. I don't want an automatic gearbox anyway, so I'm going to go custom, I think. Automatic clutch. Yeah, go on. We'll stick with that for now. I just want to paddle shift at the moment. I am very, very new to this game. I've got about 10 minutes under my belt driving time, so, you know, we'll play with this stuff later. Fuel consumption off, tyre wear ×1, mechanical damage off, stability control. Yeah, just leave this stuff on for now. This is what I did before, so I just kind of got used to the game before I started turning all this stuff off. So that'll do. And opponents we can't do yet, results we can't do yet, can't do any of that stuff. So let's just get on with it. Right, so here we are in our carbon fibre beast. Look at this. It just looks like something that came out of a box. It's just like a toy car for grown-ups. Look at it. It's just nothing. It's just carbon fibre, plastic and engine. Ultimate high-tech stuff. Okay, well, what have we got down here? Well, on the left, before we hit the drive, what you can do is you can basically play around with settings until the cows come home. Or the cows don't come home, whichever. But I'm going to load it for Monza. You can see you've got different tracks, so you can set your car up and then save it. You know, many configurations here. What can you configure? Well, everything. If you're into tuning, this is a wet dream. Look at this. Gears, tyres, you know, what tyre pressures do you want? What kind of compound do you want to race with? All the alignments, including the cambers of all of the wheels, the dampeners. How much fuel do you want in the car? Suspension, you know, the ride height. Unbelievable. And then when you've done that, you can basically see the time through the different sectors, so you can test out your car and work out, you know, which tuning to go for. This doesn't appear to be up in action yet. This is just you against yourself, I think. Gear, gas, speed. So basically it's going to record a whole bunch of stats, and you can come back and look at them. But let's just get into the driving bit. What I want to show you, and there's the wheel. I'm turning wheel left and right. And it's beautifully mapped, just like Euro Truck. It's absolutely accurate. Only thing I'm missing right now is track IR support. I haven't got that. It does, funnily enough, have Oculus Rift support, which I don't have. Anyway, listen to this. Oh my god! That is beautiful! What an exhaust note! Let's put it in first gear and let's get going, shall we? Okay, you know how I said to you I wanted paddle shift? Well, because I put the H shifter on, I'm actually shifting manually. And it wants me to do clutch. Okay, right, we're doing this fully manual. Now what you can't see, obviously, is the force feedback on this game. It's phenomenally strong. When I'm turning this wheel, the resistance is incredible. It is like being inside a real driving car, honestly. And you see the bumps as well on the road? I can feel that. Can you believe the graphics on this? This is PC simulation. Right here. This is gorgeous. If you're into driving and you've got a PC, you really need to take a look at this game. Well, one thing I did forget to show you. Let's just pull up here for a second. Oh, that exhaust note. Oh, listen to that exhaust. Right, look at this. If I get the mouse, go over here. Can you see these boxes? These are completely optional. You can build your UI how you want it. So this is how it started. The game started like this. And I went over to the right here and went, oh, what's all this stuff? There's your basic console. If you want that, you can turn it off, no problem. Laps, that's my lap time, so I could drop that up here. I could pin it to stop it moving around. I could say have that up there like that. That'll do. What else do we want? Time of day, don't need that. Onboard settings, get this. I can adjust my field of view. If I want a wider angle, not a problem. Want to zoom in a bit? Not a problem. Want to go a bit forward on your seat? How cool is that? Just adjust the display to get it how you want it. Need to save. Save. Done. Right. Done the onboard settings. Render stats. Want to know what FPS we're doing? We're doing silly FPS right now. Pedals. Always cool. I'm going to put them down there. That's what I had a minute ago. Performance delta. I think that's to do with the previous lap, which we haven't done yet. That's my gears. Now, I like that to be just here, because I like to know when to change based on when that appears. And the track map, I think, very important. Although the track map, it's not deadly accurate. It doesn't really show you a tight bend coming up, I'll be honest with you. Session ranking, electronics, don't know what that does. Race position, not really relevant. G-meter, always there for a bit of fun. I won't be able to watch that, but you guys can. Anyway, awesome. You can just configure your display, which I think is really cool. Let's give it some welly. Listen to that. Apparently doesn't want to go into gear. Now it wants to go into gear. Okay, that was a little bit odd. Not entirely sure what that was. Seems to happen on him changing down. Maybe I'm changing too early. Look at the car bounce up and down on the road. Fantastic. And it actually affects your steering as it bounces. Yeah, that's going down to gear now. Don't know what that was. Oh, this feels so real. This for an early access game. The only thing we can't see right now is the wheels because we've got mud guards on. It's done it again. I think it's when I change too early. When I change down too early, it's going to break the gearbox. I think it's basically telling me if mechanical damage was on right now, you'd be screwed. Oh, look at this stadium. I bet that fills up with people on race day. Right, so you get the idea, right? Absolutely phenomenal. Should we try a different car? So the force feedback around this bend, look at the G-forces on the bottom right there. It feels fantastic, I tell you guys, it feels fantastic to be able to use my wheel for something else than Euro Truck. Actually, feels like the investment's there now. If you're thinking of getting a wheel for Christmas for Euro Truck, I would strongly consider buying this game as well. Support the indie developer and get yourself some proper driving. I can't wait till they start building more stuff into this game. The multiplayer aspects should be wonderful. Tight bend coming. Managed to get that bend okay, look at that. Did well through though, actually. Right, should we try a different game? A different game. Let's try, go back to pits, restart, replay. Let's try and go for a different car, I think. New personal best in the KTM Expo around Monza. Okay, cool. So it's going to record that stat. Now, let's see what else we've got. We've got... I'm not going in there. Let's go for more of a road car. That is insane, honestly. The Lotus 49 is insane to drive. It's so twitchy and so quick. We've got the M3 E30, which is that was a left-hand drive. That was the original M3 made by Formula 1 engineers. There was only about 5,000 of those things made, and my friend had one. Unbelievable car. Drives like it's on rails round bends. Lotus Exige. What should we go for? I want something a bit more road-like. MP4 McLaren. A Roadster. We could go for that. A Zonda. Okay, we're doing the Zonda. Where are we doing the Zonda? Let's do the Zonda around Imola. Of course. Early access 0.3 top left. Did you notice that? Oh, look at that. Another carbon fibre beast. Fully inside the car this time. Ooh, vicious. Let's move that mouse. Okay, so this has paddle shift. This isn't a H shift. I presume we've got a speed limit out of the pits. Should we get the tyres warm? Wow, that's scary. That's ferocious. Oh my god. I feel like I'm in charge of an absolute monster. Listen to the whine. Oh, he's gone off. Oh, oh, oh. Right, can you hear that? That's grit on the tyres. And it affects the steering for a few seconds after you get back on the track. I've never driven this car, guys. This is the first time. It's an absolute beast of a car. It sounds scary. Good grief. How can anybody drive this? Oh wow. Did you see that? Racing Line was actually cutting that bend off. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I just noticed, look at the mini-map there. Bears no resemblance to the track. That was almost a full 90-degree chicane. The mini-map's like, yeah, there's a bit of a kink in the road coming up. Again, totally misjudged that one. Okay, so this track is quite tricky actually. Listen to that! Oh my god! I'm gonna go into outer space! Holy god! Didn't brake anywhere near early enough. Need to learn this track, I really do. Just brake. Fourth, brake. Third. Nice. Second gear. That got me round. I keep looking around like I do in Euro Truck, and there's just no track IR. I tell you what, you need forearms like Popeye. That force feedback. It's like having a workout. Like, this is that scary straight. Oh no, chicane. Okay, I didn't go off. That was definitely a 4 out of 10 could do better kind of bend. Okay, that catches me out. So deceiving, that bend. Is this the straight bit? I think it is. This is where we go warp factor 6. Ah! Hold on. Holy! Oh, and I remembered to brake as well. Whew! Let's stop there. Oh. That is scary. Whew. Well, what do you think? What do you think about Assetto Corsa so far? I tell you, it feels real. It really does feel realistic. So yeah, I could bring you more on this stuff. That's probably good enough for a first look, isn't it? Considering you can see all the options, you can see the kind of things you can do. I could do some of these challenges at some point. Can make some videos doing some time attacks, or possibly one of the drifts. They're probably great fun, aren't they? These drift challenges are usually quite good. But I think that's enough of a look. A first look, shall we say, video. So I'll leave it there. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think I should do next. Which car I should try. If you think I should do a drift or a challenge or whatever. And if you do have a wheel, then, you know, I really recommend you take a look at this game. It's available on Steam as early access. It's called Assetto Corsa. That's been my first look. Take care, guys. See you soon.